Hi, I'm Addy Shaw from Web User Magazine, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Nokia N800 internet tablet. There have been lots of attempts to bring the internet to handheld devices. Obviously the current crop of mobile phones will all do internet access, email, things like that. Really successful examples of this have been the RIM BlackBerry, which really owns the email market. But other devices, not quite so good. It's not exactly like having broadband in your pocket, which is obviously what everybody's aiming for and what us people as consumers want. So it's interesting to see whether this device, which is sort of a mini internet computer in its own right, can do anything to improve the situation. That can connect to the internet via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. You can use it to browse the web, send email, instant message. You can use Skype on it now, or practically any other internet activity that you would normally carry out sitting at your PC. Obviously, because it's a mini computer, you can do things like look at pictures and watch movies, things like that. It's got a nice wide screen, high-res screen. You can do all these things without going onto a network. When you do connect it to a network, though, it'll do lots of interesting things that you would normally expect to get from a desktop PC, such as connecting to the internet, doing your email, looking at RSS feeds, all those kind of things that you might want to do when you're out and about. The screen's a generous size. It's lovely to look at, really bright. But to get that desktop-style experience, web pages are shrunk and the text is quite small by default. You can zoom in if you want to. There's also a built-in webcam that pops out of the side, so you can conduct video messaging, and third-party applications like Skype are actually starting to come through now. The latest version of the software, which I have downloaded onto this one, includes the Skype client, which is great. The kind of performance you can expect from this pretty much varies on the type of network you're connected to, really. If you're connected to a Wi-Fi network, it's good. You get a good performance out of it. If you're going through a mobile phone, it's obviously not going to be as good because the bandwidth that you've got and everything isn't so great. In terms of the kind of sites you can view, it's pretty good. The browser on it comes from Opera, which is of course a very well respected maker of web browsers for handheld and mobile devices, and it works very well. Some of the very latest websites that you might want to go on, like we struggled with Google Docs, for example. Things like that, it might not work on, but it does work with Flash. It works with all sorts of other sites, so it's a pretty strong contender on that front. There are some strokes of brilliance in terms of the design of the interface. The main menu has 3 options: web, communications, or anything else. Tap one of these with the stylus and you get a pop-out list of icons with more options, but use your finger to select it and the icons are bigger. The same thing happens when you need to type in text. Depending on whether you initiate the typing with your finger or with the stylus, you get an appropriately sized keyboard. Obviously, comparisons will be made to Apple's iPhone, because that's also a touch device and a mini computer in its own right. Obviously, it's also a phone, and this isn't a phone, although you can use Skype on it, so it's a kind of phone. But yeah, it's a different proposition, really. When we first looked at this, it was priced at $279. It has actually gone down to $249. The issue here really is that with mobile phones and things like that, we're quite used to having discounted rates from operators and that kind of thing. You can get some discounts on the web if you shop around, but it is still quite expensive. It's a pricey tool, but it's very well implemented. Basically, if you want the internet in your pocket, this is one of the few routes that you've got available to you at the moment to be able to get that. This was Andy Shaw reviewing the Nokia N800 internet tablet for Web User Magazine.